640.
Dr. Laura is all about what's right and wrong.
KFI makes me smarter and makes me laugh. Hey, it really replaces having to use a newspaper.
KFI AM 640.
More stimulating
Talk radio.
I wanna be sedated. I wanna be sedated. I wanna be sedated. I wanna be sedated.
I Want to Be Sedated by the Ramones, only the best song ever, right? No doubt about it. I'm here with Johnny Ramone, a founding member of the Ramones, and this is KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio, and I'm Ted Rall filling in for Dr. Dean Adele, and incidentally, coming up at 3 o'clock, Mr. Bill Handel will be at Bristol Farms in Manhattan Beach. Go there, get your Stimulant tickets, and we've got calls for Johnny, so I want to take some of these. Neil in San Diego, welcome to KFI. You're on the air with Johnny Ramone.
Yes, hello, everybody. Hi, Johnny.
How you doing?
Not bad. I just had two questions. I was curious, in the mid-'90s when bands like Green Day and whatnot were really becoming popular, were the Ramones getting a little aggravated that, even though they kind of started it all and perfected it, that they really weren't selling, those records, at least in numbers, that some of those other bands like in '94 were doing? Did that contribute to you guys deciding to just kind of wrap it up?
No. Actually, when those bands started to sell records, we thought that was actually going to be a help in trying to maybe bring punk back into things.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were beyond the stage already of being annoyed by people becoming bigger than us.
Right.
We already had been dealing with that since, I think, Blondie was probably the first thing to annoy us back in '77 or something like that, when they used to just be your opening band, and all of a sudden they go on and sell millions and millions of records.
Right.
But, you really can't worry about what everybody else is doing. You really just have to think, I've gotten further than I've ever thought I'd get. I've made more money. I'm everywhere I go, everyone's nice to me. I've just been blessed, and I've been, very lucky. So you just got to remind yourself of those kind of things.
Okay.
But no, those bands coming out in the '90s, though, and Green Day. No, I had already planned to stop after I reached 20 years. That was my goal, to just to get on with the rest of my life already, and not get up there and have kids go, well, they used to be good or something.
Right.
Thanks, Neil. Appreciate your call.
Sure.
Let's take another one. Eric in Camarillo, welcome to KFI.
Yeah, this is Eric. I just have a few questions. I want to, in late '70s, how you compared yourself to the Clash and the Sex Pistols, and like the two punk bands from Britain.
Right.
And if it was hard to compete with them and everything, and the differences between you three.
Well, I always thought that the Ramones, Sex Pistols, and Clash were the three best bands from
Pioneer Punk.
From 1976 on. I mean, I didn't see anyone else that came out. The Clash, I felt, were the better of between the Sex Pistols and the Clash. I thought the Clash were the better of the bands. Live, they were terrific, and Sex Pistols just basically made their one or two albums. That was it. And
I just got their story of.
And I don't know where they could have gone with the direction that they took, for how long they could have done that for.
Uh-huh.
There was great record and great band. I just don't see where they're going to come up with enough variety to continue on in that direction.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, thanks a lot for your call. Do appreciate it. And I totally wanted to talk a little bit of politics with you. Unfortunately, we're so out of time. Next year's election, who do you like?
Well, I would like Pat Buchanan, except Pat Buchanan can't win, so I would have to go with the person I feel will be George W. Bush, so I'll have to go in that direction.
Okay, and you don't like Mr. Gore?
No, it's just part of the same corruption that we've been going through for the last 7 years.
Third term of Clinton.
Close enough to it, He's a wacko. And he might be even more dangerous and more serious, I mean, we've dealt with a rapist in the White House for the last 7 years, and we bombed 4 countries this year. Every time there's a new scandal, we bomb a country.
But there's like 180 others we can get. So How many are spares?
There is right there on the tube right now.
Yeah,
on
we've
CNN, one of his favorite stations.
We've got CNN on the tube right now. Yeah, that's
Charles Wrangle there, too.
Yeah, a little
I see him.
distraction here. All right, well, I really want to thank you for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. And I want to encourage those of you people who actually think that music today is any good to pick up the Ramones anthology, which is called Hey Ho, Let's Go. It's a double CD on Rhino, and you need to get it, obviously, and get the entire back catalog. The Ramones, seriously, no exaggeration. People who listen to my show know I don't promo anything that doesn't rock. Okay, so this is the deal, and you really, honestly, can't go wrong. I've never recommended the Ramones to anyone who didn't end up liking them, and that includes my mom. Okay, thanks a lot, Johnny. Do appreciate it. Coming up in just a few minutes, I'm going to tell you the best thing in the whole world. This will actually make you happy. Not forever, but for a good long time. Now let's check in on the news with Rick Cruz in the KFI News Center.
KFI News Time 2:31. And top story right now, the type of counseling that students are receiving at